Once upon a time, on a remote and rocky island, there lived a Cyclops named Polyphemus. Polyphemus was no ordinary creature. He was a towering giant with one single eye in the middle of his forehead, known for his immense strength and fierce temper. Polyphemus was also the son of Poseidon, the god of the sea, which gave him an even more formidable presence. One day, after many hardships on the open sea, a Greek hero named Odysseus and his men stumbled upon Polyphemus's island. Exhausted and hungry, they found Polyphemus's cave, filled with food, milk, and cheese. They thought they could take what they needed and perhaps meet the cave's owner later to offer thanks or trade. But, to their surprise, Polyphemus returned much sooner than expected. As soon as he entered the cave, Polyphemus noticed the strangers and, without hesitation, rolled a massive boulder across the entrance, trapping Odysseus and his men inside. He didn't offer hospitality. Instead, he was delighted by the prospect of a meal. And one by one, he began devouring Odysseus's men, two at a time, leaving Odysseus horrified and desperate for a way out. Odysseus knew they couldn't overpower the giant, so he came up with a clever plan. First, he offered Polyphemus strong wine, hoping to weaken him. The giant drank eagerly, pleased with the unexpected treat. Polyphemus asked for Odysseus's name, and the hero replied, "My name is Nobody." After drinking his fill, Polyphemus stumbled, drowsy and off guard. Seizing the moment, Odysseus and his men took a sharp wooden stake, heated it in the fire, and drove it into Polyphemus's single eye, blinding him. The Cyclops woke, howling in agony, and called out to the other Cyclopes on the island, who rushed to his cave. "Who is hurting you?" they asked. Polyphemus cried out, "Nobody is attacking me." Hearing this, the other Cyclopes thought he was delusional or ill, and they left him alone. The next morning, Odysseus and his men escaped by clinging to the undersides of Polyphemus's sheep. As the blind Cyclops let his sheep out to graze, he couldn't feel the men hidden beneath them. Odysseus and his men slipped away, free at last. Once they were safely back on their ship and sailing away, Odysseus, feeling a surge of pride, shouted, "It was I, Odysseus, who blinded you, Polyphemus." Enraged, Polyphemus hurled boulders toward the sound of Odysseus's voice, narrowly missing the ship. Then, he called upon his father, Poseidon, to curse Odysseus, praying that the hero would face endless struggles on his journey home. Poseidon heard his son's plea and vowed that Odysseus's path would indeed be fraught with hardships, making his journey long and painful.